Alright, you guys probably already know that the tour that Kiss is on right now, it's called End of the Road, and they're claiming that it's their last tour, and after this they're completely done. There will be no more Kiss touring. You kind of have to take that with a huge grain of salt, because 20 years ago they did the farewell tour, and I was there. I saw that show, and here we are 20 something years later and they're still touring. So will it be the last tour? Who knows? I mean, Paul Stanley's vocals are in pretty bad shape, so it should probably be the end. I think the tour was, it was actually going before COVID and all the lockdowns and all that stuff, so they had to cancel a bunch of dates and postpone the End of the Road tour. But now that everything's like opened back up, now they're back out on the road playing shows, what they claim are going to be the last shows. So anyway, as Kiss fans, guys, are you going to be disappointed that Ace and Peter are not part of any of the shows? How about Vinnie Vincent or Bruce Kulick? Would you like to see those guys jump on stage with the band? It would be awesome to see Bruce come up on stage with the band and do, say, Tears Are Falling. That's a great solo in that song. Bruce is a great guitarist. But anyway, we're here to talk about Ace and Peter. Would it surprise you to know that Gene and Paul have asked Ace and Peter to join them on stage in some of the shows, and Ace and Peter said no? I'm going to read to you from an article where Gene and Paul explain a little bit about this. Alrighty, this is from classicfox.com. And let's see here. Okay, this is Gene Simmons talking. I was hoping that Ace and Peter, at least for that, the End of the Road, would be with us. It would be the saddest thing of all if they chose not to be there. But such is life. I hope and wish they'll get over the victim. Look what happened to me. No, nothing happened to you. These were all decisions you made. They were in and out of the band 3 times. Can you believe that? Yeah, it's true, I believe it. How many chances in life do you want? That's the saddest thing, okay? And then he added, there are fans that are still angry with us about Ace and Peter. Are you angry at the band about Ace and Peter? They just don't understand. I personally have asked Ace and Peter a number of times. Hey, this is the last time around. We've still got another 100 cities or so to go. Why don't you jump on stage with us? And they said no, more than once. So it sounds like Gene is extending the olive branch, asking them, according to him, more than once, get up on stage with us at some of these shows, all of these shows, I don't know, all the details aren't here. And Ace and Peter both said no. Why would they say no? Right away, the only thing that comes to mind is money. Kiss offered him X amount of dollars to come on stage for a certain number of shows, play a certain number of songs, and Ace and Peter, maybe they counter-offered and said, no, that's not enough money, we want this much money, and then Gene and Paul looked at their counter-offer and went, no, you're not worth that much, so we're not going to pay you that. I mean, other than that, I really can't see what it would be. Paul Stanley added, awesome! It would be great to have Ace and or Peter participate at some point if they were interested. And if their requests or demands were realistic, see, the money wasn't realistic. They demanded more than what Gene and Paul think they're worth. That's got to be it. If their requests or demands were realistic and not disruptive to the overall spirit of this tour. When pressed as to whether this is truly Kiss's final go-round, especially in view of 2000's already billed farewell tour, Stanley was quick to explain. Circumstances are very different. When we did that farewell tour, we in essence drank our own Kool-Aid. Paul was drinking Gene's Kool-Aid? The idea that the band couldn't continue without the 4 original members was absurd. Frankly, we were miserable as a foursome. It was horrible. It turned into years of drudgery and uncertainty whether everybody was going to make it to the lobby, let alone the stage. Now when he says everybody, he's referring to Ace and Peter, not himself and Gene. And so what we were basically doing was putting down the horse. Gene and I just felt, okay, we need to stop. And then it dawned on me that people didn't want us gone, and we didn't actually want to be gone. Yeah, I think that's what dawned on him. We didn't want to say farewell to the band. We wanted to say farewell to two members, being Ace and Peter. Farewell. Paul Stanley told that as excited as he is to perform with Kiss, wrapping up the band's life on the road is far from being a heartbreaking event for him. There's nothing bittersweet about this tour. It's all sweet. What I've been given and what we've accomplished and how we've been rewarded is indescribable. Yeah, hundreds of millions of dollars. And look, I'm not Yoda. I'm gonna say the end of something is the beginning of something else. I'm not gonna change who I am, and I'm not gonna change my trajectory. And everything will go on. Is this really the end of the road for Kiss touring? I mean, the way he talks about it, it sounds like could be, but it might not be, or, you know, I'm gonna say this right now. There will be more Kiss concerts in the future. They might not do full tours like they are now, but this is not like the last time Kiss is ever gonna perform on stage in makeup with the full show. That's just my prediction. As for Ace and Peter, well, I mean, I agree with what they said. They have nobody to blame but themselves. You know, they really screwed that whole thing up for themselves based on their own actions. And I think they're probably not worth as much as they think they are now, as far as, you know, how much money they wanted to do this. And I don't know, but that's not for me to decide. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think about this whole thing? Are you going to the tour? Do you wish Ace and Peter would get up on stage or not? I don't know. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.